and soda.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Keem, and you are now watching Summer Songs and Soda.
Hi, everyone. My name is Liv Avery, and this is a SoundTonic interview series. Today, I have Keem.
Whole world that I'm the hardest nigga coming out this bitch. Remember, people try to doubt my shit. Pocket watchers try to count my chips. Got them wishing they could sound like this. Running when I hit the ground, it ain't nothing keeping me from the crown. My shit got them throwing in the towel like this. Why you doing niggas foul like this? I got a whole lot, but I need more. Keep it on point, I don't keep score. Path less travel, never had detours. My niggas gotta keep.
We are going to be talking Summer Songs and Soda, which you already know is about song decoding, to go behind the lyrics and talk about one of Keem's newest releases. I'm really excited to get into it. Keem is an amazing artist.
First off, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Always love for the SoundTonic family and all that you guys do for artists like
Thank you.
myself, near and far. My week has been pretty eventful, to say the least. The release of A Day in Heaven was May 31st. A couple weeks ago, we did just wrap up the listening. I've been getting nothing but positive feedback. Every time I drop a project, I always get some type of higher level feedback or something. Like the energy just feels like a level up,
Right.
So that's how this one feels, and that's how this week has been feeling for sure.
I'm really excited to talk about it. Now, before we get into anything, we always got to start with some soda.
Okay.
Now, your soda of choice this time around was root beer. What's the childhood memory here? We need to know, because root beer is a very specific niche drink.
Root beer. I think I just got it one time when my grandmother had it, and I was like a young kid. And
Yeah.
you're not really able to have soda and stuff at the time, but she was just like, oh, let me have some root beer, and I was like,
yeah,
changed my life.
Yeah, listen.
And now root beer is.
It's so nostalgic.
You
It's
feel
so
me?
nostalgic.
And then I found out that people mix them with ice cream, and I was like, oh, they have root beer
The floats.
Dude, I was like, oh, that's a
yes.
cheat code. Like,
Danger.
yes.
It's hot out here, so we need tonic.
Shout out to your bag.
Yes. My custom.
Oh! Oh!
And we got the bars.
Oh!
Yeah,
The
we got
barge! The barge! Oh!
No, I'm a little scared. I don't want it to like pop on us, so we'll very diligently open it. Woo.
Yes.
Yay. Okay.
Mm.
Wow,
Yes.
at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
You gotta love it.
Okay, Keem, I want to know what song you chose today to decode.
Memory card.
Yes.
Track 10, memory
Yes.
card? Definitely.
We were jamming in the car to this. It was so good.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Thank y'all.
I can't wait to listen out loud. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll start it from the beginning. We'll kind of just feel it out. You can just play it.
It's nostalgic. I remember cartoons on a Saturday. I remember back then I ain't have to wait. Remember church every morning on Sunday. I remember 2 sermons in one day. I remember leaving school around lunchtime. Half days on Wednesdays was fun times. I remember Nintendo and Dreamcast when controllers only came with D-pads. I remember the first time I felt love. First crush, 2nd grade was tough love. I remember how I felt feeling heartbreak. For me and my childhood would part ways. I remember my first fight, my first punch. I remember my first high, my first blunt. I remember the 100 copies June sold. I remember when he invented a new flow. I remember my first whip, my first show. I remember the first year to upload it. I remember the first love to love me. I love hard, so my love don't come free. I remember the first time I felt lost. I remember the first time I felt crossed. I remember the first time I ran out. I remember the day I chose to stand out. I remember the day I chose to be free. I remember the day I chose to be me. I remember the day I chose to speak truth. I remember the day I chose to see it through. Same thing you see in me, I see in you. A miracle ain't too far, I've seen a few. I remember I gave up on everything, but I still never gave up on me and you.
Tell us about some of the lyrics there and what they meant to you and what was going on in the time that you wrote it. What made you think of this song?
The lyrics mean everything. The best way I could put it is by giving y'all like a rundown of a summed up version, but rundown of how I grew up. When I was in San Diego living with my mom, we would go to Bible study every Wednesday, 6 p.m. and we would go to church Sunday morning
Mm.
at 8, get out by 10, eat at 11 at the church. They
Right.
had like an upstairs area where they would make food for us. We would eat, we would go back home. My mom would take a nap and get back up at 6, and we'd go back.
Back to
So it's
church.
like, yeah, it's
Wow.
back to church 3 times a week, 2 times one day. So that's where the whole,
Mm.
I remember cartoons on a Saturday. I remember back then I ain't have a way. I didn't have to have a way for
Mm.
anything. I didn't have to have an approach to life because I was just getting started.
Right.
I remember church every Sunday. I remember 2 sermons in one day. I remember leaving school around lunchtime. Half days on Wednesdays. It was fun time. To finish your third subject and be like, all right, it's lunchtime. And then knowing like after lunch, like you're going home,
Right.
you know,
Right.
parents are pulling up to the school while you're eating lunch. Oh, that's a different type of feeling when it comes to school. So
Yeah. So it's like memories.
it's literally memory
So
lane.
definitely
It's,
nostalgic. Like that whole vibe is like you're kind of like looking back at
yeah.
moments in your life that you remember, that you strongly remember.
hmm
That's so
Definitely.
cool. Do you feel like that changed you in a way, or at least inspired you musically?
I think church really emphasized, it's like the build up of it all,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of my music has like this build up element, and I get that a lot from a lot of gospel songs. For example, For Every Mountain,
Yeah.
you know, the way For Every Mountain builds up as a song, it's so infectious,
Mm.
and it ends up getting you. You might start speaking in tongues right then and there, but
Yeah.
like For Every Mountain was one of those gospel songs that stuck with me as a kid from the first time I heard it all the way up to now, because the emotion that they invoke in that song, in the lyrics, in the build up of it,
Mm.
not just with the vocalism, but like the instrumentation of it all as well. That is in a sense how I go about creating some of my songs that have like that build up factor. So Memory Card had a lot of a build up
Yeah.
in it, as well as I start getting into my childhood memories and
Right.
going into my adult memories for sure.
You realize that like it came from a place, like every song comes from a certain place in your mind, right?
Right.
And I think it's cool to listen to someone's story through their music, which obviously you have a story. Your story is very, it's vibrant in a lot of your music.
Thank
But I love that in this particular song, I feel like I was kind of being taken there and I could see the
you.
things.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool to be able to like take a peek into your life and see some of these like special moments that you remember up until this point of life.
For sure. For real. I pray that our memories never fade away. They stay. I pray that our memories never fade away. They stay.
Okay. I love that. And like as you listen into this, like this whole body of work, when you look back at it now, like obviously you made it and it's like a recent release, but when you look back at the song, do you feel like you're different from your past self that lived in the memories?
That's such a good question, man. Wow. Am I different from my past self? Yes and no.
Hmm.
I feel like the at my core, I'm still the same,
Mm.
but the scars that make us, the wounds that we have to let heal over time,
Right.
some inflicted by ourselves, some inflicted by others. I think those things ultimately, they can change a person, but they can't change the core. I
Right.
think
Right.
I think I had a lot of ideals. I think I had a lot of beliefs and expectations on life and on love or on music or on, like I said, just life in general, that over time I let go of.
Right.
And I may have picked up new ideals, or I may have just decided to just let God take the flow of everything, and
Right.
not, I guess, have a philosophy of at all. Um, but at my core, I'm still a tranquil person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a spiritual person. I'm still Isaiah.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
for sure.
And that's your name, Isaiah. I love that. Listen, and that's the fun part about like artistry is that like we all have our alter ego, too. And I
Exactly.
think about that a lot because a lot of people don't know my name's Olivia, just same thing, And so, but I feel like there's a deeper part of us that like is the person we've chosen
Hmm.
to be instead of the person we were born to be. Is that different? Right?
It's the exact same.
Like the person you choose to be is like an identity.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think the beautiful thing about being an artist is that you get to be that person. You get to embody that person. You get to make songs about what that person
And it's still you.
knows, and it's still
It's
you,
still you.
just a part of you, right? That's
Exactly.
why it's so special. Like, and that's why I love the idea of summer songs and soda being very much about the writing aspect, because
Hmm.
people write stuff all the time, and I always say it's left up for the interpretation of others. We don't get to tell them why we wrote it.
For sure.
And that's why I feel like it's so special to hear, like, why, where you were coming from. Like, for you, when you look at the song, do you feel like, I wrote this for a very specific reason? Like, was there a reason why you were like, the album needs this song?
I think I wrote the song for me,
Mm,
but I added it to the album for the world.
right,
I wrote the song for me because, like you said, it was that memory lane. It is that nostalgia overdose. Like, I reminisce a lot. I reminisce on my
right.
spare time. I reminisce when I'm by myself. I reminisce when I'm with people. Like, memories are formed for the sake of reminiscing,
Mm-hmm.
so for the sake of remembering a certain experience. Those experiences that I write about, I I I can't forget those.
Yeah,
I need those. Even with what Levi did,
right.
shout out Levi Watson, who's featured on that second verse. Like, I have been listening to Levi since 2011,
Wow,
and he's also, from the area as well. And
right.
he really showed out on that verse and brought the element of reminiscing. You
Mm,
know, one of my favorite bars in the entire song between he and I is, and they in my life still,
right,
where he's um, going down the list of his friends and all the great things that they've done together. And then he finishes it by saying, and they in my life still. Like,
right.
that's a blessing to be able to say that, like my closest, the people
People
who helped me accomplish these things and I helped them accomplish these things, and they're still
are
here
still
with me.
around.
You feel
Yeah,
me? Like, we've lost so many people. So even in memory card where you're reminiscing about things, there's loss in these verses as well.
right, right.
So I think it's necessary for the world to
Mm,
hear that, and to hear there's beauty in loss, there's beauty in betrayal, there's beauty in heartbreak, there's beauty in miracles, there's beauty in
mm.
everything. A miracle ain't too far. I've seen a few,
Yeah,
so
for real. This is a miracle right here.
exactly.
It's summertime. And I feel like when it's summer and the sun's out, we want to walk around. We want to be reflective. Like, we want to have a good
Exactly.
time, of course, but
Exactly.
like, there's so many things that we need to ground us as well. So, like, summer isn't just about the luxury of like having fun, but it's also about like really grounding yourself,
Yeah.
either in your
Yeah.
music, in your life, and thinking about how grateful you should be for your life, and just for the people in your life. And that's kind of what it reminded me of is, man, like, memories are beautiful to have,
Yeah.
ultimately.
Looking back, so rose tinted. Time speeding up while the glow spinning. Gotta switch routes when the road ending. Truth is, every dream don't come to fruition, man. I remember my first round, my first beat. If it wasn't for touring, it wouldn't be me. I only wanted to rap cause my older brother living on Kemp Creek. Remember that summer? Timeless, always on my mind, shit. We lost Nathaniel to gun violence. So outspoken, all of a sudden silent. The world got colder, Atlas lend me a shoulder. He forever young, I'm the one getting older. It still fuck with me to this day. Wish I could go to Akron and see my cousin Tate. It ain't been the same since you passed. I try to ease up when I'm mad. Keep it real on my dogs and stars. We used to dodge cars on Terra Boulevard. Me and Riz at the studio again. Tankhead got us on some mastery shit. Me, Gary Dejan, I remember the time. The way them boys shine had the whole city blind. And they in my life still. Get it sharper what they say about still. I remember my first love on Valley Hill. It's kinda crazy, the second one I had to conceal. Seen blood spill, seen scars heal. Gotta live with regrets, man, we all will. We all got flaws still. If we work through that shit.
yeah, I really appreciate you being here and being a part of this, Keem. It's always a joy having you every single time.
Thank you. Always. Likewise, in fact. The hook in the song is I pray,
Yeah,
that our
yeah,
memories never fade away. They stay. So
for real.
this is gonna be a memory going down the line.
Yes.
Maybe I'll interview you sometime
Hey,
and we'll be like, you remember that time we were under
mm,
this nice
gazebo.
aesthetically pleasing gazebo,
We were in Japan. That's
Right,
how we feel.
right. Exactly. Sipping root beer, right?
I love it. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Well, we're out. We'll see you next time.
Summer songs and soda.
Yeah.
We all got flaws still. If we work through that shit, we can all heal.